All right. So I'm recording this now, John. Shark.
Okay.
Shark. Hero and join. And so I've got my hero any deck selection to make. Do you want to pick which, or do you want to announce which challenge deck we're playing so we don't pull the same one, or do you want to give that a try just to see how it happens when you've got the similar characters?
Yeah, let's just
Just
pick one.
pick one, and don't say what it is. All right.
Right.
All right. All right. So I picked mine. So the hero any line is green, and we jump on in. We roll the dice. All right.
Got me by one.
So I will go first, but first we're going to do our character draft. So once we commit to it, we can reveal it. All right, good. Different decks. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and lay out Rivendell. And then we agreed, I'm just narrating here, we agreed to do a double mulligan on the opening hand. We're only going to play 3 turns each, or until we get a marshalling point card brought into the game, just to show you how each side plays a little, how you play hazards and resources. So I'm going to draw my hand now. My starting pool is empty. Draw a hand. I'm going first. I don't really like anything that I've got, so I'm going to draw another hand. Okay, this is better. This is better. So I'm going to keep my hand. Did you keep hand, or did you get to where you are happy with your cards?
I'm good.
All right. Okay. So I'm going to start my turn. And these buttons are all going to change based on what phase of the turn we're in. So the first thing it does, so it says I started the turn with my 8. Ooh, I forgot to do my tally my points. Let me do that first. Or I guess now would be the time to do it. It's the org phase. Untap all. Now we're in the org phase. So I've got 8, 5, 3, 3, and 1. So I've got 20 mind of characters. And I think I could put some under other control. So Thorin and Glowin are controlling the smaller minded dwarves. We know where we want to go. So go to standard sites. I'm going to lay the new site down on top of my current site. So I'm organized. Now if I had any long event cards in hand, I would play them. But since I don't, I'm going to go right into the movement hazard phase. So I reveal my destination site, and I go up to the regions on the location deck, and I click the regions I'm moving through. 1, 2, 3 wilderness. Hazard limit is 5. You can draw 3, and I'll draw 2. All right. So these guys come in keyed to wilderness. 2 strikes at 9. I'm going to face the attack. So this is a button in the movement hazard phase. You can face the attack. When I click that, I'm going to be given the choice of who's going to fight this thing. So again, it's 2 at 9. Let's let a couple of my scrubs face it just to see what happens. So he is indicated as being. So I will pick the 2 characters that are facing this 2 at 9. And I'll do this by hovering over the character and hitting my right arrow button. And that name pops up in the box. And then the same in the second character. So he knows these 2 are facing strikes. Now, Dory is a 3 with tapping. So he is a 3 versus 9. And I'm going to roll. So he beat his. So now, if I'm choosing characters in the same column, I do next character. If I'm choosing characters in a different column, I hit other locale and then I pick them. So I'm going to go down to the next character. He also is a 3. So I'm done facing. He beat both strikes. Barely. But now I score the point. So this will go over into my marshalling point pile. I type /SCORE. And now I select a card to score. So I click on Lawless Men. It goes into my marshalling point pile, and I give myself 1 kill point on the point tally. Oh, and I did forget to give my character points on here too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we've got 13. Okay. All right, so now we've got some ghosts coming at us. So this is the second hazard. He's got 3 more he could play after this. So this is going to be 3 strikes at 9. And this is going to be keyed to the site. So 3 at 9. So I can only assign to my 3 untapped guys. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Go 1, 2, 3. Face some attacks here. He is a 5 versus 9. So he beats his. Three versus 9. Let's see if we get somebody wounded here, maybe. Yeah! All right, so Keeley is wounded. I click on him, and I turn him to wound. Now he has a body check. He didn't get him. All right, so his body was down. He was an 8. He's down to a 7 now. And now my next character. So I can't get the point here since I lost one of my strikes. A 5 versus 9. All right, so we're done facing that one. Ah, good. I thought maybe there was more to come. All right, so before I click to sight phase, I have to reconcile my hand. If I click sight phase, you'll see up in the top right, it says resolve hand to, and then it names the number that I have in the column over here for hand size. So I've got to get rid of a couple cards here. Since we're only playing a few turns, I think I'll get rid of that. And that. And now I can go to the sight phase. I drag Rivendell back to my location deck. I say that we are entering. So it's 4 at 7 orcs. You pick. They're all tapped or wounded. Now they do have bonuses against orcs, but somebody like Keeley being wounded and having his body lowered might be a good candidate. Okay, so he's got Dory, Owen, Glowin, and Keeley. Dory, Owen, Glowin, and Keeley. So everybody but Thorin. All right. So we're gonna let's see how this matches up here. The attack is 4 at 7 orcs. He is a 2 with a +1 against orcs, so he's back up to a 3. So he is a 3 versus 7. Okay. Same thing here. So since he's 5 versus 7, he's automatic, and I'm going to hover my pointer over him and hit the option button, and it says Bergil says Glowin is auto tapped. So he automatically beats his strike tapped. So we're done facing. Thorin is going to discard the cram, so I drag that to my discard pile. That untaps him. And then he taps to play Durin's Axe. So I click the card, it asks me who to give it to. I click Thorin, and he's got an axe, and I tap the site. So this is worth 4 points. We go to end of turn phase. This is where I can discard a card and draw up. Let's do that. Let's see how many hazards we can get cooking over here. So I'm going to discard 1, and now I'm down to 6, so I can draw 2. And I tell him that the end of turn discard is come up, and then when he's ready, he passes it back, and the end of turn half hazard limit is the button that lets me tell my opponent, if his wizard is in play, that I'm deciding to half his hazard limit to get a sideboard, a resource in, or a hazard in. But it's a button you have to push anyway, so this is just a reminder to half the hazard limit to announce it now. So it's end of turn, click that, and it ends the turn, and it passes it over to my opponent.